As I'm standing here crying, with tears running down my eyes, my wife would be my witness. I was in the hospital last Tuesday. I went in for a doctor's appointment, and my blood pressure was really low. I don't have blood pressure issues, never had them before. And my blood pressure was really low. And I stood up to walk, and I got dizzy. And I went blind for a second, and I couldn't see anything. And I went and I fainted, and my wife and my doctor caught me. And I was laying in the hospital. And they put me in the bed, and about like 5 or 6 nurses came in, and my wife was sitting at the foot of my bed, and the doctor's there. And can I tell y'all, I was sitting there. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man's man. I did not want anybody to see me cry. I was there, and I didn't want them to see me cry. I didn't want tears running down my eyes, because I was like, I'm a man. I'm not about to cry. I'm okay. The doctor said, "Are you?" I wanted to get up and walk out the hospital. I'm good. I'm all right. Let me get up, man. And they said, "You're not all right, sir. You're not all right." And the nurses were sitting there. I didn't want them to see me cry. But can I tell you right now, I don't care who sees me cry. When it comes to the goodness of God, I don't care who sees me cry. I can still be a man and cry when it comes to the things of God. I can still feel like a man, and it don't matter who sees me worship. You've been so good.
Come somewhere where somebody's open or welcoming you with open arms, despite what you personally may be going through. Say I thank Pastor Jason for that, his wife.
Not get caught up in the conversation with the enemy. You cannot afford to get caught up in the conversation with the enemy. Not in these last and evil days. I'm going to just tell you, I don't even know how long I'm going to keep talking about the same stuff, but I'm going to just keep talking about the same stuff. I'm going to keep talking about the last and evil days. I'm going to keep talking about people need to get serious with God. I just feel like this is the day and age where we just really need to hear that, and we really need to get serious with God. I can't get away from it. Everything that God keeps telling me points me right back to it. We're allowing people to knock us off our spot, and when we get knocked off our spot, we are not ready for what the enemy is going to throw at you. But watch this. Also, if you get knocked off your spot, you're not ready for the blessings that God has for you.
David, there you go.
Wow. A lot of people believe that where that incident happens is at Peter's house. Now, Aaron, if there's something that takes place at your house and somebody busts through the roof, you might tell that. And the man is healed and he walks off and carries his bed off. That's the story. Everybody else wants to get to the story of well, the man was healed and he walked off with his bed. But Peter said, y'all skipping an important detail in this scene. They broke my roof. I have to repair my roof. There are details that are going to be left out of your story if you don't get to tell it. Also, in the book of Mark. You, and I'm like, Brother Jamal, and Jamal, you done got so far off, I have to come and get you from the dirt.
Jesus.
Quinn, where are Quinn, where are I can't find you, and since I can't find you, I can't address you. So Jesus said, I cannot address y'all because y'all will not be able to.
I'd say you are a child of God because you have to display joy sometimes. You ain't got no patience. You impatient, and my children are not impatient. My children are not mean. They're kind. Because with love and kindness, that's how I draw them. So if you're my child, that's how I made you in love and kind. But you're not Maury, them ain't my kids. Look how mean she is. Look how nasty he is. Look at the way that she talks to people. Them ain't my kids. Look at their face. My kids wouldn't make that face, and they just got that face resting on them. Y'all call it something else, but that face is just resting. Y'all call it something else. They ain't did no goodness in a long time. They done did evil everywhere they turned. Them are not my kids. They ain't faithful at all. Faithfulness is just simply consistency. Some of y'all ain't consistent. And if you are, you're consistent in the wrong thing. Without faith, it's impossible to please me. I'm their daddy. They should want to please me. And since they're not faithful, how can they please? Maury, I am not. I'm not the father. I'm not the father. Look at that baby. I used to feel so bad on Maury. Can I tell you, I used to feel so bad when they were showing the baby be in the back playing with blocks, and daddy was like, I'm not the father. But can I tell you, if God saw what you was playing with, I wouldn't feel no kind of bad about some of y'all. I wouldn't feel no kind of way about some of y'all. If he just went in, if God was like, I'm not the father, I wouldn't feel, he gonna say, flee from me, you worker of iniquity, you were never my child. I do not know you. I can't identify you because how can I identify? I would identify you because you would display some of the spirit that I have. You would look like me. You would talk like me. You would smell like me. You would act like me. You would walk like me. Some of y'all ain't walked and talked like God in so long. Gentleness. So that you can brag. It's not so that you can be like, well, look what I got and you don't got. I don't know if you know the story of Joseph, but his brothers were his enemies. They were adversarial towards him. God prepared him and put him up as prime minister where he was in control of the food. And they had to come, and there was a literal table in front of Joseph, and his brothers came. And Joseph, watch this, he could not go, remember y'all tried to kill me? Remember y'all threw me into a pit? Remember you talked about me? Remember how much you hated me? Remember you ripped my jacket off? Remember you was jealous of me? He could not say that. He had a responsibility in the presence of his enemies. Not just, watch this, not just for him to eat, but for him to allow them to eat. Humility is boundless. It knows no bound. Real love. I'm talking about a real love. With a son. It's a real love. Real love knows no bounds. The Bible does not just say, love your neighbor. The Bible says, love your enemies. What?